I like your point where, hey, if you're not ready for that type of position, run at that local level and then build from there. And that's why I talk to people who, might have run for governor this past election cycle or in the past or ran for U.S. Senate. I'm like, if you had a struggle with fundraising and you have a following, then go try to be a congressman or woman and then build the network, because that's what you do in Congress. You got to fundraise, right? I mean,
Right.
you're always on the phone, you're fundraising everything for the party. And that's how you get those connections. And then if you're young enough, hey, do a couple terms because we all love term limits, right? Then go into the next step. Hey, then maybe a statewide race, maybe U.S. Senate if it opens up or governor and stuff like that. Just be strategic. And I think that is what I'm hoping. Jim Rumstead is coming on the podcast this Thursday to talk about the MIGOP. And that's where I want to have these conversations is starting to get into people's heads so we can come together and have a strategy. I would love nothing more if the MIGOP, and it's probably not going to happen in this election cycle, but in my little fantasy world, I would love to have everyone that wants to consider running to get into a room and let's just talk and let's bring it like matter of fact. Here's the facts. And, we're not going to agree, obviously, but let's just get a strategy together and say, you know what, maybe you should be running for Congress this time, or maybe you should be supporting candidates. And that's why I refused to run this cycle. I did not want to repeat what was done last cycle and water down the race. I just wasn't going to do that again. I'm willing to play the long game and say, I just want to win. I want the state to be better.
Well, you and I are in the same boat. I've had some people encourage me to run for office, and everybody has their skill, talents, and abilities. I've been there. I've done that. Maybe one day. I don't ever, I've learned in politics, never say no or never. Because that's usually when God says, haha, boy, do I have one for you. But everybody has their place in politics, especially in Michigan. We need good people that know how to win elections. We need good people to ensure Republicans are getting on the ballot. We've all seen that, right? And I very quickly learned that, ballot access, ensuring that Republicans can be there to people to vote for, helping candidates run for office and showing them the way, especially on the local level, educating people. I'm good at. Not only am I good at it, but I really love doing it. And when you get people in politics that are good at what they do and they enjoy it, I don't want to set that on the table because who else is going to be there to pick up those areas? So it's good to hear you say that.
And I tell you what, you have, and we appreciate you when you come on the show because just like I said from the beginning, I learned so much more when you start talking and informing of us what's going on because you have so much experience and you've been in it for a couple of decades, right? I mean, you've been in active politics for a long time, and it's refreshing to get that knowledge to understand that there's people out there like you that are willing to do this. So, man, we appreciate you. In your time for coming on just to educate all of us and inform us of what's going on and what you're finding. And we'll continue to do this.